apparently the stream got cut off. So we're gonna pick it up where we left off, even though I think there's a few songs that may have not gotten on the stream check or the heat check. So we're gonna try this again. But first, let's make sure everything is up and running before we do that. Hold on. What's up with the internet connection? It was working fine earlier, but for some reason it kicked me off. So let's try this again, and we will see if we have a better connection. It doesn't seem like it. Internet connection was working fine earlier, but for some reason it kicked me off. Let me see. We're dropping a lot of frames here. I want to make sure you guys get the best quality show. So let's try this again. Let me see. Seems to be running fine now. Let me see. No more lagging. I'm going to wave my hand a bunch of times right now and see what the lag's looking like. And then we'll run it back. Worst case scenario, I have to reset my computer. It seems to be working now though. So we'll just keep it going. But we got to run back a couple of songs, I think. I think there's 2 songs that didn't get... Oh, there's 3 songs. And 4 songs that we got to play back real quick. And I want to be fair about this in the sense that I'm going to play the song and just say, I'm going to try to remember what I said. First of all, because, all these feedbacks be off the top here that we got to play back real quick. Okay, so we're going to play this song by Audio Gears. This is Burning. So I already played the song and I already gave my thoughts about it, but it didn't get recorded. So I'm going to play the song for 30 seconds and I'm going to say what I try to think I said last time. Just so we can get that going. Okay, so what I had said about this song originally is the fact, so that when you submitted this song, you did admit that you were using AI on it. And so the issue that I was having with the song is the fact that because you said that you had it's an old song that had a old composition and some old lyrics that you found and you threw it through AI and you got that. And so that bothers me because it's okay, well, bet. So why don't you just use AI as a tool to help enhance the song and re-inspire you? Don't just throw it out there with just pure AI because it's detrimental to the artistic process. And I was explaining is that as an artist, one thing that I do when it comes to using AI, I try to use it as a sampler. So I'll beatbox a loop, or I'll play a melody on my DAW or something and put it through Suno and then generate a bunch of things, and I'll just listen for things that sound interesting, certain sounds, certain things that I can then use the stem feature to break into sections and then take those stems and then chop them up in the DAW, throw some drums that I programmed on there or some soul samples, and make sure that, like, it has as much human element as possible. So that's basically my advice, is that I think you should really try hard to make sure that you're injecting as much human element into this as possible, because yes, we are in the age of AI, but the problem with that is that, you can't just throw all your fucking shit to AI. You got to keep as much human element as possible. So that's my advice on that. We're going to play another track. The next track was C1M. And like I said, this is a replay because the stream is all fucked up. I'm going to play the song real quick and then give you my thoughts, and we'll keep moving. But it's going to be a little bit more condensed because I've already gave a bunch of feedback. Don't want to repeat myself. So, what I had originally told you is that this is a solid effort. My biggest problem, I had two big problems with this song. One was that the bass line was too consistently just there. Like, you just have like, wow, wow, but you have like this techno beat, you know what I'm saying? You got this house beat. So what I was trying to tell you to do is sidechain your kick to your bass. What's going to happen is that every time your kick hits, it's going to cut out the bass, especially if you do like a deep side chain, right? So every time you do it, boom, boom, you're going to have the bass swell in between. So it's going to like, boom, wah, 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 boom. And then if you turn that up, it's going to make the bass like shine and sound a lot more dynamic and a lot more interesting than what it does. And then in the second half of the song, the backhand of the song, like, it's just like a loop. There's no like progression. The song's only 2 minutes long, so it kind of drags on after like the 1 minute 45-second mark, and that's where I would like try to add maybe some vocals or something like that. But it gets kind of funky there. This is the best way to describe it. So keep it moving though. Keep submitting. Keep working on music, man, because the music is beautiful. So keep making that beautiful music. We can keep moving. Oh, that track is Strong by Benzo. So this song is a remix of the song Rami and Adam. Well, no, what is it? Rami and Fred. And like, I'm gonna play a little bit of it.
You've been strong for so long. You learn to carry this on your own. Let me be someone you can lean on.
So, like, I would even my original advice before the stream cut off was that this didn't really feel like a real remix, and I realized the word that I was looking for is that this is more like an edit. And like, what I mean an edit is that you take the original version and you like chop it up, you take some vocals, you put them here, maybe you do them, maybe you loop them a couple times, and you throw some more elements on top of it. That's not a remix, that's an edit. Especially if like it's not as transformative, because like a lot of times remixes are like a lot more transformative. There'd be like a lot more elements that would make it so it doesn't sound anything like the original. And I think with this one sounds too much like the original. It sounds like an edit and it says even here that it has a mix friendly structure. So I'm wondering if you're like a DJ and like, you put together this edit for the sake of you being able to mix this out at shows, and then you're like, I'm going to throw it up and then I'm going to submit it to the heat check, which is fine. But I just feel like calling it a remix is a little disingenuous. This is more like an edit for the sake of mixing it for better transitions, smoother stuff, which is always appreciated. I think that's dope that people do that. But yeah, I feel like if you wanted to make it more transformative, you would try to clean up those vocals a little bit because the vocals are really rough for some reason. But then also I would add just a lot more elements and give the drums some more uniqueness from the original version. Maybe even pull the drums from the original version, like take them off and sequence your own drums or get some loops on Splice or whatever. But anyways, it's a decent effort though. We're not mad. Keep it moving. Up next is Jay Runyon. Yeah, no. I really like this song because I heard it before. This is where I stopped. I realized that the stream had cut off. But I really like this song. I'm going to say that before it starts.
This coffee's so unconvincing, I'm going back to bed. Well, you don't even pay rent here, I said to that goddamn critic in my head.
Yeah, so I was saying in my original reaction was that when I first heard the lyrics and I first heard the vocals, I thought about Annie DeFranco, Janis Joplin, Joni Mitchell, early Alanis Morissette, even like some Jewel, even though her voice is like a lot more soft. And then when I looked at your page and read your bio, it says that you're influenced by Annie DeFranco and Joni Mitchell and Springsteen, and I could hear that. I love the grit of your voice, and I'm curious to know how old you are because I'm curious to know if you're an older singer because your voice has that like rugged old singer tradition to it. I'm not trying to call you old. I'm just saying that's what your voice sounds like. You could be 19 years old for all I know. You're very talented. You got some game on the guitar, and your pen game is great. I'm reading your lyrics. You have some really great work. This is currently the song of the night for me. We're gonna play a little bit more. For show.
It's been so long that your body is phantom pain to me now. But your thoughts, man, just what the fuck and wow. Hey, where do I go when the lights go out? And where do I go when my home's not here anymore? It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm on the verge of a revelation. If I could only place my finger on it now.
Yeah, like I love the lyrics. I think that like this is music that we still need. You know what I'm saying? I think that you still hear it, but it doesn't nearly get as much attention as it used to because it's being right now the music industry is being dominated by like pop music and K-pop and even like hip hop is still dominating and country music, but you don't really hear like person on guitar singing poetic lyrics as much anymore. It's not like a lane that's like being championed anymore. So I really appreciate this music. I really appreciate this song. Thank you, Jay, for submitting it. We're going to go ahead and keep it moving. This next track is called Ponderments by Chaotic One. Excuse me, give me 1 second here. My phone keeps doing stuff, and I want to make sure that we're still good on the stream here. Because shit was, but I don't know what happened with the internet when it just decided to kick me off. That was not cool, man. That was not cool. All right, so yeah, this is Ponderments by Chaotic One. I know that he's submitted before. Let's see what he's working with on this one. It's a music video. Okay. I might start incorporating music videos at some point. I like that you're in the pocket on this one. This one has a lot more bounce to it. I think that because I remember the last time, like the last song you submitted, like I just didn't like the flow and like how you were like riding the beat. This one you're riding the beat a lot better. I'm hearing a flow. I'm hearing a structure in how you're writing your song. I think that the vocals are still a little weak though. I feel like, especially with like how gravelly your voice is, because you have like this tone into your voice that's like really gravelly. Your vocals need to be more forward. Because like what happens is like in the mix, like your vocals get kind of drowned out by like the bass, and like the beat's great. I like the production a lot. But like if even in just like in the mix, if you just go into your EQ and just do like some dipping in the 300 to 600 hertz range, because that's where most vocals live. Yours might be a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower. Do some dipping just to let those vocals shine. You know what I'm saying? So they're not as drowned out. Listen to some more though.
Being anything more than just another human being, walk along with nothing to show except the scars to reflect on when he's alone. Paragraphs written to give us thoughts that linger like a pothead. Just trying to buy some weed, but you can't keep on going and on about it. Haven't you had enough of these conversations with yourself? We'll keep chatting these squirrels up at the trees. Quick ball up enough of that energy to make another attempt to conquer in this bleak reality. And know that one of these Kamehamehas gotta do something towards making it happen. Slip a little more, reach down to 110%. Putting it going better, but it just takes the other type of right to be taken down the road to rolling
So-
the food to the mansion on the left. Maybe this customer will be Mr. Beast and tip just the right amount.
I think that this beat is really, really good, and I think that like you would do it more justice to give it a chorus. Now I'm not done listening to the song, but like we're more than halfway through, so and I haven't heard like an area that I would call like the hook or the chorus that puts that together. I understand the song is called Ponderment, so it's probably just you penning and writing, which I like that. I like when artists do that. Like I'm not necessarily like always pro chorus. I'm just trying to think like how I would improve this song. It would need a chorus. But I think overall, I'm not mad at this track. Like I said, I like the song a lot more than the other song you submitted. But I think that with because the beat is structured for a chorus. Like right here, there should be a chorus, but there's not. It's cool. We'll keep listening though.
Dark cloud that keeps following me like them chemtrails that are sprayed at the only place to keep us from basking in the light instead of always in the heads. Wondering why we can't just be happy that we exist.
So maybe there's a chorus coming right here.
Apartments happening
Okay.
again. Quick find the key to what's threw away previously. Possibly we get off the outcome of the situations if we put more access into it. Oh, I don't know. Apartments happen again. Quick
Okay,
find
so-
the key to what's threw away previously. Possibly we can alter the outcome of the situations if we put more access into it. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. See, there is a chorus there at the end. You said you had that little chorus. I think the chorus is a little wordy though. I always think about like when it comes to like word structure in hip hop and this like beat structure. And I think I might have said this before on a previous episode, because it's one of my favorite quote or one of my favorite thoughts about hip hop is it's John Bryan working with Kanye West on Late Registration. I think it was like an MTV interview, and they asked John Bryan like what makes why hip hop and why are you now getting into hip hop and like what makes it interesting to you. And what he said that like has stuck with me to this day is that like the beauty about hip hop is space. The idea that there is a lot of space in hip hop. There are like pauses, there are breaths, there are moments to let things breathe. You don't really find that in classical music, really. A lot of classical music is like layers and layers and layers, but hip hop is very simple, and its beauty is in the simplicity and in the space. And ever since I heard that, it made me like listen to hip hop differently, because there is a lot of space in hip hop, and that's like where we get to like let things breathe, right? And that's what makes it beautiful, because it gives you this like ebb and flow, right? Give and take. I say something, there's a pause there. That's why hip hop has a lot of call and response. That's why hip hop has a lot of hooks that are like not sing-songy, but like catchy, because hip hop allows for that more than almost any other genre because of the space that it has. So going back to this song, Ponderments, I think that the chorus would benefit from more space. Cut out a couple words here and there, or even something that's like, I don't know, just simpler. You're a complicated lyricist. I could tell by your lyrics. I could tell by the way that you know what I'm saying, like that you like to pen. And I think you like to push your pen to like, you know, higher levels of lyricism. But sometimes it's okay to be simple, right? Especially on courses, especially if you're trying to reach new audiences that want to remember certain parts, right? Because that's the point of a chorus or a hook, is that it's supposed to hook you in because it's so catchy. Because this is so wordy, it's hard to like, you really like catch into it. But I'm not mad at the effort, you know what I'm saying? I just think that the biggest feedback that I would give is the vocals. It's like, you know, touching the vocals a little bit, maybe adding some type of space on the chorus, like a couple of layers that you can pan left and right so that you can give a more stereo wide sound to your mix. And then maybe like touching that chorus a little bit, reworking it to something that's a little bit catchier, not as wordy as the verses. The verses can be wordy, and the verses are fine. Or the verse, I guess, is one long verse. It's fine. But, you know, give yourself some room to breathe and some air on the chorus, and I think it might hit differently for different audiences. So that's my feedback on that. Shout out for the submission. Thank you for that. We are on the heat check. Shit got weird tonight with the things. There's 2 different videos up right now, meaning that if you are looking for your song, mostly it's those 3 rhythm songs, that's going to be on another video, not this video. Maybe stitch them together. I don't know. Who knows? Juno. Okay, so the next track, we got a couple more left here, which is good because I'm getting sleepy. Tay's Flip from Tay the Crown. Tay the Crown is based out of here, Phoenix. I've shot a music video for him and done a bunch of shows with him, and we've done some work. So he says in his description that he blended the classic Shaquille O'Neal beat with a known Kendrick instrumental to show diversity in styles. Interesting. Okay, so this is Tay the Crown with Tay's Flip here on the heat check.
Scotto, start the beat. Yeah.
You can't stop the rain.
Shaquille O'Neal, by the way. It's one of my favorite joints growing up. Yeah. Allow me to introduce myself.
Go ahead.
I go by the name of Tay the Crown.
Right on.
And I'm representing Arizona as a whole.
Sure.
Bootleg me if you want, I'ma get paid. I'm from the Valley of the Sun, niggas throw shade. We can go to Maryvale, niggas gon' bang. Or we can go to 27th on the whole blade. I want it all, baby, whole thing. Used to want to get a milli out the cocaine.
So, I'm a big fan of Tay the Crown. I really like Tay the Crown a lot. Like I said, we worked on a couple things. He's a very well-known artist out here in the hip-hop community. And he's active. He's doing a lot of things. So I always appreciate everything that he does. With that said, this track is okay. I mean, I'm liking the beat jacking thing. I think we should get back to that. I was just having a conversation with somebody saying that we don't have enough mixtapes anymore and beat jacking. Like when artists like would drop a song and then everybody would rap on their beat. Like no one does that anymore. No one, like we had to stop doing that. And I think that it's like almost like it's fitting for this conversation because this review started with me reviewing 3 different versions of the same beat. And now I'm over here wishing that hip hop would get back to beat jacking J Arms mixtapes. Is J Arms still dropping mixtapes? You look that up real quick. I'm actually curious about that. J Arms. So if you don't know who J Arms is, he is a DJ who put out How to Be MC. His series is called How to Be MC, which is literally just instrumentals of the hottest songs that were out that year or month or whatever. And yeah, I don't think he does his music anymore. He probably got sued, honestly. But anyways, I appreciate him rapping over, Shaquille O'Neal's "You Can't Stop the Rain," and we'll just listen to more. We'll listen to more.
But them pussy nigga no names, the one to blow you out your noodles, low man. There's no pain when you popping up a prescription of this. The OGs in the drop copper listen to this. I remember smoking Reggie, having visions of this. I manifested all my life and now I'm living this shit. Bitch, I'm no puppy or poodle, I'm straight Cujo. I'm out of my cabeza, I'll put a foot in your culo. For the right amount, I know niggas that do you do low. I stay about the way, they don't ever play by the rules though. So what, I can get your
that was nice there.
Niggas wanna sugar hill me, so I had the cold crush. Looking at my neck, this shit is like a gold rush. Why your girl looking at me, wanna fuck me so much? I'm in her deep, but she ain't deep enough. Switch it up on you, hoes, keep it up. If it ain't about no buzz, can't discuss. If that nigga ain't my fam, he ain't with us. Toast to it, I'm with the gifted, I'ma go to it. Got it from the legends in the game, I was close to it. Got it out the mud, wasn't easy, my approach to it. Humble ass nigga turn a squad into a ghost unit. So gully, so grimy, was good.
I'm liking the flip there. I guess this is what it's called, Taste flip, because he's throwing on the Kendrick. That's dope. That's hot so far.
Been taking all these chances, but I'm good. Got commas in the bank like I should. AG, all the nigga always pay me. I get it on the daily, no and ifs or maybes. Been tripping since a baby, don't it make sense? I'm wavy. I'm the captain of the ship like the Navy. Bang like orangutan. I'm slapping, family over everything. What's happening? All I see is heavy games. I'm trapping. Tell a nigga come again. Just tapping.
That shit was hot. I really did that. That was good. I don't really have a lot to say about that other than like he does a good job of rapping because it's not his beat. You're rapping over an already well produced beat, so there's not like a lot to do mixing wise. Just make sure your vocals sound clean. I think that it works well. I would like to hear like some more mixtape Tay, like where you're just rapping over beats and just beat jacking. We need rappers. I might even do that shit because I used to do it all the time. Like when a track came out, I rap over that shit, but I haven't done it in a while because I don't know. It's become taboo to do. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but we're gonna keep it moving. We have, I think, one more song, which is good. This has definitely been the shortest heat check, which is good. Like I said, I'm tired, and I try to stay in it, which I had. Then we had the weird stream thing happen, so. But I do want to continue to keep doing this. We've had over 100 and... Let me double check this. What I'm about to say real quick. We've had like 100 and... I'm going to tell you right now. We've had 118 submissions so far on the heat check, which is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like 118 people, 118 submissions so far on the show over the last 4 episodes is pretty damn cool, man. And I've already made like over $100 doing this, like just from the skips and shit. So that's super cool, man. I like being able to just listen to people's music and like really just give honest feedback. I think it's so important now for us to like do this, like I said, this is part of the reason why I brought it back, because with AI and algorithms and all kinds of crap, it's just getting harder and harder to just have someone listen to your fucking song and be like, I like it or I don't like it. Because consumers have so many options now. It's like, why would I listen to your music, right? When I can listen to this, when I can listen to that, I can watch this and consume that, right? So I thought it was important to bring that shit back. Anyways, we got one more track. This track is called Good Dope by DJ Graves. I think he was in here earlier, but probably got kicked out. Okay, so off rip, the vocals are very tinny. There's a lot of tin to the vocals, like they're very thin, and there's not a lot of bass in the voice. And I almost feel like you're trying to do like a chop and screw thing there, to where like if you chopped and screwed that would sound sick, right? If you took your voice and just dope, you go with that good dope, dope, dope. You know what I'm saying? Just drop the bass in it, and then chop it and screw it. That would sound sick. Right now it sounds kind of weird. Just being real about it.
With these players on that good dope. Don't be fucking with these players on that good dope. Don't be fucking with these players on that good dope. Don't be fucking with these players on that good. I got that good dope, bitch. The kind to get you lit. The kind that when she smoke it, she start to rubber tits. You wanna party hard, then take a hit of this. This that pure cocaine. You'll get hooked on this. They call me DJ Graves, aka a fucking dirty pimp. I fuck a hoe right in the ass to make her suck my dick.
So I'm curious to know who your inspirations are. Do you listen to like Brother Lynch? Do you listen to like Insane Clown Posse? The vibes that I get from this song, which I'm not mad at. The flow is a little stiff, and which is like, you know, I think with a beat like this, there's only really two ways to approach it. You can go double time or you can go single time. Single time is going to be slower, and so you kind of rap like this, you're rapping in the pocket and you're hitting them snares. You're in it. It just feels a little stiff, like maybe you're reading it. It's a little bit. Keep moving.
I'm riding round low key up in that caddy thing. Blacked out, chrome trim with leather seats, man. Wood grain up on the dash, oh that's that classic shit. I'll make a whole play with my dick like it's a stick shit. Bitch, I've known that I've always been the fucking shit. You wanna talk that shit, I'm gon' slap you, stupid bitch. I got a 45, leave you walking with a limp. Boy, you stay on the sideline cause you were sent. Catch me in the breast, dickies with a pair of Timbs. Leave you bleeding on the curb, fuck you with my shit. Don't be fucking with these
So-
players.
It's like the lyricism isn't there for me. The flow is fine. The beat is decent. The mixing is not very good. I think that your vocals are loud enough, but like they're too thin. I want to hear more bass in your voice. Bring that bass back into your vocals. Lyrically, it's, you know, you're talking about getting your dick sucked and girls using your dick as a stick shift, and you say bitch, and it's cool at first, but then like, I mean, this song is like 4 minutes long. I don't think I'm gonna get through the full 4 minutes and be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I get the gist of it by minute 2. So I don't know, just like the sake of brevity, maybe like, I don't even know what to say. Like maybe, I don't want to say get to the point. That sounds fucked up. But like, maybe find a way to condense the message. Attention spans are very, very slow, or very, very low right now. And a lot of people will probably, like even right now, I'm like, okay, I get it. I probably would keep scrolling if I heard this on my feed after about 30, 40 seconds and I got the gist of it. And I don't know if like the beat switches or anything like that. Let me see if there's like a beat switch in here.
On that good, be fucking stacking up this bread from deals I made this past month. Swing up these junkies, I just made a break from a crumb. These suckers mad cause I'm rising up from the dust. They
Like your voice, you can hear the bass in your voice. It just sounds like you cut it out. It sounds like on your EQ, you put your high end pass way too far to the right, and we're only hearing the high ends. They bring it back a little bit. Like I want to hear the texture of your voice. It's missing.
want my money, but they know that I will fuck 'em up. I got that white powder, pure shit by the key. My shit is pure, ain't no hole getting a nosebleed. I got these beams hitting up my phone constantly. I got these hoes on their knees, the trap. Bitch, I'm a pimp, I turn these crumbs into fucking grease. You talking shit, it's a wig, I'ma have to split.
And the production is like, I think it would benefit from some more progression. Like by the time we get to the end of the song, it should sound pretty like thematic and cinematic. I think it would help the song a lot because the beat gets stale after about 2 minutes, and then like it's just like a loop of that piano. Every once in a while, you hear a string come in, but it's a very basic beat, and the flow is very basic. And I think there could be more added to it to make it more interesting. Even with like, if you want to keep the structure of your flow and all that, try to add some ad libs. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of open space, as I said, as I was just talking about. Like, there's plenty of space in this song for you to do interesting things with that space. You know what I'm saying? Like, chorus stabs, like orchestral stabs, ad libs. I mean, you're talking about bitches and all this. Maybe put a slurp in the sound of a girl. Maybe she's screaming. I don't know. Just like, I think there's a lot you can do to keep the song interesting. So try those things out. That's what I would say. Overall, we are done. Let me make sure that's a true statement. Yes, we are done. Okay. So that's a wrap for tonight. Very short. Oh, we did about an hour. We'll be back again next week with another episode of the Heat Check. Look for the link. Look for the replay. There's 2 different videos, by the way. So watch the last 2 videos to see your song if you submitted in the last Heat Check. I appreciate you all. We'll see you soon. I love y'all. We're out. Let's get up out of here. Peace.